College is expensive, but if you want to graduate debt-free, there are a lot of paths that you can take to get there. You can take night classes and pay as you go. You can apply for every scholarship known to man. You can join the military, and you can even side hustle your way through school and come out the other end debt-free. The choice is up to you, but rest assured knowing that any paths you take to reduce your debt load now will help pay off later on. In this video, I'm going to share 5 tips that I've used and continue to use to help ensure that I graduate debt-free. Tip number 1, apply for a lot of scholarships. I started my scholarship hunt early on in my senior year of high school. I honestly believe that the further in advance you plan, the more you can maximize your savings before college. And don't forget, scholarships are gifts and they don't need to be repaid. And there are literally thousands of them offered by schools, employers, companies, individuals, religious groups. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a common misconception about scholarships is that they're only for high achievers or they're only for high school students, but it all depends on the scholarship. I mean, yeah, some scholarships are merit-based, so they may be based on academic standing or a combination of academics and a special talent or a trait or an interest. Other scholarships may be based on financial need. Some scholarships may not even require you to put in an income level, or they may not even require a GPA. So it all depends on the scholarship. You just have to be willing to look. Another misconception about scholarships is that they're only available during the school year. No, scholarships are year-round. There is no scholarship season. So apply for summer scholarships, because a lot of students take the summer off. And I mean, why not? It's summer, it's hot, you're not in school, maybe you have a job or you're on vacation, but that's exactly why you should apply. There's way less competition. So the question is, how do you find the right scholarships for you? Well, first, I'd recommend completing FAFSA. FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. And a lot of times, to be considered for some scholarships, the only thing you need to do is complete FAFSA. But aside from that, there are a variety of places that you can find scholarships. But be careful and make sure that the information and offers you receive are legit. And remember, you do not need to pay to find scholarships or other financial aid. So start off with contacting the financial aid office or the career center at the school you want to attend. Ask your high school counselor's office. Go to your local library's reference section. Ask for foundations, religious groups, ethnicity-based organizations, local businesses. You can even try asking your employer or your parents' employers. You never know where you might find a scholarship. So now that you've found the scholarships, the next question is, what is the best strategy for winning? Although every scholarship has its own requirements, try to market yourself in the best way possible to impress the judges. So be aware of things that might deem your application ineligible. For example, if there's a specific word count, stick to it. Or if an application asks for one recommendation, don't provide several. I like to write the guidelines down for each scholarship and then tick them off when I've completed them. In general, make sure that you've given them everything they've asked for. Tip number 2, choose an affordable school. When choosing a school, one of the most relevant factors is if you can pay for it without student loans. Find a school that you can afford. And this might mean adjusting your expectations about going to a certain dream school. And yeah, it's totally possible that your dream school is still within reach if you can find enough scholarships, grants, and other aid to make it happen debt-free. I don't want to discourage anyone from pursuing their dreams. I just want to help you understand that staying out of debt should be your number one priority. So seriously try to imagine what your life will look like 20, 30 years down the line with student loan debt. I know plenty of people who went to prestigious schools but are still paying back a huge amount of debt. Do not go thousands of dollars in debt because the campus is pretty or because the school has a big name. As long as the school provides a solid education, don't stress about prestige. Tip number 3, live on a budget. I know that living on a budget has helped me develop my healthy spending habits and has taught me how to manage my finances better. So start off with just tracking your major daily expenses. And thankfully, this has become so much easier to do with apps like Marcus and Mint that track your bills, let you create a budget, and remind you when payments are due. Tip number 4, make money. Whether that's during the school year or in summer, try to find ways to make extra cash. And try to find jobs that are flexible, that offer a decent wage, and that have a positive work atmosphere. And although not every job will satisfy all those requirements all the time, those are good goals to start with. Personally, I had a job after my freshman year in college. I had a job my junior year of college. I currently have a paid internship in my field. I had a friend who tutored in a bunch of subjects. I know people who drive for Uber and Lyft. So there are a lot of unique ways to make money. You just have to be creative and open. Tip number 5, reduce your expenses. A lot of times you can lower the cost of your education by reducing your everyday expenses. So opt to cook instead of eat out. Prep your meals in advance. Utilize all the meals in your meal plan, and you can even take some snacks, drinks, and fruits that won't go bad to go with you. And for the best deals on textbooks, look outside your campus bookstore and check sites like Chegg and Amazon. And remember, buy used textbooks or rent them. And don't forget that not all social events have to cost money. My friends and I, we like to play sports together, we go to parks, we watch movies at home. There are a lot of things you can do for free. And in general, take advantage of student discounts and coupons. So, those are my 5 tips. I hope that this video helped you identify ways to graduate debt-free. Unfortunately, student loans can't always be avoided, but if graduating debt-free is a priority for you, it's absolutely possible.